What does it mean when it says in the book of Genesis, chapter 7, that both of their eyes were opened and they knew that they were naked and they sewed themselves fig leaves? Well, first of all, we have to establish that when the scriptures talk about men and women, or Adam and Eve, it's talking about thoughts and feelings. And the garden, Eden, is your consciousness. Eden is its perfect, loving state of consciousness from which man has fallen. In that garden, in that consciousness of yours, you have two trees. One tree is your spiritual mind, which is eternal life. And the second tree is the carnal mind, also called Satan or Lucifer. Now, why is he called Lucifer? Why is the carnal mind the false light bringer? Because the carnal mind has its physical manifestation in your body, the central nervous system, and it operates through your five bodily senses through which it perceives its information, or its fruit, or its light, or its truth, you see, which is false truth, false light. That is why Satan or Lucifer is called the light bringer. You see, he's the false light bringer, the false truth bringer. Because the information that the carnal mind presents to you is acquired through judging superficially. It judges outward appearance. That is why you are not to eat or make yourself one with its fruit or information that it presents to you, in your consciousness, you see? Now in that garden of yours, you have your consciousness, right? And in that garden you have I am, the awareness of being, which is God. You have your thoughts, which is your Adam or your husband. You have your feelings, which is your wife or Eve, you see? Now, your thoughts and your feelings are tempted by the serpent or sensuality or the sex nature, you see? To engage in lustful desires. It tempts you to partake of the fruit of the carnal mind, its information. There's something to get here. You see, there's some experience to get. Just like Eve, who represents the feelings in you, she sees something and it looks as though it might feel good. It looks as though you might gain some information, some knowledge, right? Isn't that what she says? Isn't that what is written in the scriptures? So now you make yourself one with that information that the carnal mind has presented to you, which is sin. You see? That is the sin in you. It's error thought to do that, to lust after temporary nonsense, superficial things, judging outward appearance, and lusting after the things based in outward appearance. You see, that's the sin. Now you have a short, pleasurable season of sin. You see? You enjoy it. The heat of the moment, right? Ecstasy. Heat. Enjoyment. Pleasure. Then comes the cooling down. Then arrives the awareness of being, or I am, or God arrives in your consciousness. The awareness of being comes back. You become aware of what you have done. You see? Isn't it written that God walks in the cool of the garden after they committed the sin, after your thoughts and your feelings were drawn away and engaged in that sin? You see? Now the eyes are opened. Now there is the awareness of being. I am. I am aware. Oh, shit. You see? Now you are aware. Now what comes now? The wages of sin or error thought is death. Death is psychological suffering. Now you suffer psychologically. Now you suffer the psychological effects or death of engaging in that sin, in that error thought, in lusting after that thing in your mind and making yourself one with the idea. You see, you haven't even done it outside yet. Because you don't do anything outside of yourself. The doing is done in you by your thoughts and your feelings. Because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The way that you think and feel, thoughts and feelings, your husband and your wife, your Adam and your Eve, That is how your experience is going to be. Is that not written in the book of Proverbs? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You see? So now comes the psychological suffering, the fear, the terror. What have I done? You see? I'm unclean. You see? That those are the thoughts that will come into you. Now your eye, your mind is opened. The eye of your thoughts and your feelings, the awareness is here. You see? And now what are you doing now? What comes now? You are trying to cover up your shame. You are sowing fig leaves. You see? Just like, for example, a woman or a man who went out to fornicate and they come home and they take a shower and they try to scrub off, they try to wash off the filth. But you see, the filth is not on the outside of the cup. Here, the filth is inside of you. It's inside of the cup, inside of your being, your nature. You see? That is why Christ told you, first clean the inside of the cup and then the outside will be clean also. If your consciousness is clean, if your being, your nature is clean, then your acts outside of you will be clean also, you see? So that's the whole mystery behind why their eyes were opened, or basically, I just explained to you the entire story of the Garden of Eden. So I hope that is helpful to you.